Well, here we go again. This is your favorite cart full series. What we have this morning is 3 Chinese elm Root Over Rock. These are 3 years old, I think, from the time I started. Possibly 4, but I think a lot of people that do Root Over Rock spend too much time trying to get that root to stick to the rock. When what happens is the roots will start to fatten up. So even if you have a little bit of gap in the beginning, you'll fill in anyway. Well, if you feed it a lot, you'll do that faster. If you feed it a lot, it gets to this point. I mean, these are not neglected that long. I think it's about a month and a half ago that I pruned these, and they more or less had a decent shape. Then all this stuff started to grow and it started to warm up. We're in the first week of June, and it's going to go like crazy even after I get this pruned. So anyway, I'm going to get started on this cart full of Root Over Rock Chinese elm in June. Okay, most of the time, all you have to do is just cut these vigorous growth back down, okay? Now, there's also different techniques trying to accomplish a certain task or a certain look. This one is still in that development stage. And remember, I was telling you, if you let this grow very fast, the roots will attach to the rock much better, even if it was not completely attached to the rock when I first started. Some people spend so much time and so much energy trying to get this thing attached to the rock right off the bat, and they spent too many years waiting for it to do that, when in fact, if you just kind of fatten this up, the trunk, well, not the trunk, but the roots get fat, and then they will attach to the rock. That's the approach I've been doing. Always in a hurry, right? Well, you know, if you're a hobbyist, you could take all the time in the world. But when you're in the business aspect like I am, then you want to hurry up and get ready. Here's another one. See, even if there's a little gap, if the root gets fat, then it'll be attached to the rock. So it's better to do it this way and make it grow fast, get that root to fatten up, then you save yourself a lot of headache there. So basically, cut quickly, feed and water heavily, then you get to the finished products much faster. Oh, the other thing that I noticed about some people's approach to root over rock, they have this tall tree and rock, and it seems like there's a disconnect. You know, you want to be able to show this relationship, right? So I try to make it so that I keep the apex close to the rock, and whenever possible, try to get these down so that you see the good relationship between the plant and the rock. I think that's just a matter of taste, but that's the way I've been approaching it. Well, everybody have their own style. I guess if you've been following me long enough, you start to see that, yes, I tend to have a style. Try not to follow too many of the basic rules. What can I say? See, that's all there is to it. And then you'll grow right back and keep trimming. You see this little gap in here? Some people take so much effort to try to get that in there. But just visualize this thing fattening, right? Then it would just fill the whole thing in. That's been my theory. Just fatten it up fast. Okay, this is the next one. This is, I think, second or the third year. Or maybe third and the fourth year. Somewhere in that neighborhood. It's not that long ago that I started this. Okay, basically the same thing. Just cut these back. Keep it tight. And I'm trying to keep it so that it has a good relationship with the rock. Now, those of you that don't have access to great rocks, well, actually what I have here is not a natural rock. Well, it's a natural rock that I shaped. So this is a lava rock that I found. It was actually a large rock. And then I think if you go back in one of the chapters, I show you how I made it. A lot of hard work. First, the demolition hammer. That's what people usually use to break up concrete. Luckily, I had one of those from my landscape. I used that as my initial cracking tool, and then from there you use the sledgehammer or a rock hammer, and then break it up. And then, you know, this sort of the semi-smooth, you throw it in your cement mixer and you tumble it and you get rid of all that sharp edges. So yeah, anybody could have one, unless you have no landscape supplier that doesn't carry a lava rock. Well, you know, when I was landscaping, I knew all these places to shop. That's why I got so many of the stuff that you may or may not be familiar with. But yeah, so if you can't find natural occurring rock, you could take something that is natural and reshape it so that it's in your taste. So I'm done with this cart full of Chinese elm, Root Over Rock style. I got a whole bunch more, so I'm gonna get started on those. And well, it takes too long for me to bring it in and, you know, do this individually, so I'm gonna go out there and just do it. Actually, I'll probably do it with my power clipper method. Okay. Hopefully you are still enjoying these chapters on Cartful. Today's was Root Over Rock Chinese elm, and I have only 3 will fit on the cart, but I have dozens more that is in dire need of pruning, but I'll just go ahead and get those done. Okay, see you again real soon in another chapter. Thank you for watching.